So whom shall I fear? He's my guide throughout this creation. So whom shall I be afraid? Jah is my king. Jah is my guide in my resting and my rising. So whom shall I fear? He's my guide when I...
To all, and as always, I do want to thank Job for my first bunch of mess going on out there. Tis I, your host and impresario, the GTD underneath the 101 freeway and all day. And if you don't know, I'm gonna show you the door. So this way, you walk on down to the Cobra door. I'm talking about Inglewood, Crenshaw, Baldwin Hills. You might get a pass. Lemert Park, please get it together. At least something. Drive. Downtown LA, Watts, Compton, South Pasadena, and East LA. Y'all move to the ground. Bring it up in the ass, man. Bring it up in the ass. That's how we do this. Alrighty. Now, if y'all don't mind, we got to roll through the first credits and so forth. And thank our sponsorship here from the Latino Chamber of Commerce in Compton, the original chamber, not that fake piece of crap that's running around with a bowling ball neck and two toothpicks for legs, being one that he has to deal with the heifers, the double heifers. And now, I'd kind of like to start my show with the beginning of what the hell happened to my ass. Anyway. Yes, I still have my cup here, so what? Big deal. Oh, crap. Ew. Funny, I took all that crap and went down there's bugs in my damn cup. You know, I wouldn't have these problems if people supported me. I'm sick. I found a $20 bill on my way to work. Yeah, so that means free lunch for everybody. Who can name the first person who was ever inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? You get this nice, shiny $20 bill. $20 bill. Yes, $20 bill. If you can tell me who was the first person inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And you got to have that answer by at least by tomorrow. So I'm giving you guys 24 hours. First person that comes up at the earliest time within those 24 hours is $20. If not, well, I'm going to spend it anyway because it doesn't matter. Anyway, thank you guys for coming in. I love you guys and whatnot for like hanging out, dealing with my shenanigans and everything else. But this is a serious radio show. And prove it. Prove it. To all of my naysayers out there, all you haters and everything. Yo, check this out. Check this out, people. This right here, all right, it shows you ktng.org, okay? ktng.org. See that? Yeah, bam. That's on my Chase card now. That's on my business Chase card, which means business purchases only. I do not do loans to speed and crystal meth heads. No. I don't care if you guys are watching this or not. Spread it around. I don't care. This is Godzilla mode, people. I do not loan money for nothing. No. Because it's bad business. Straight bad business. If I was in a loan sharking business, I'd be walking around with guys getting rid of people who basically work here. Where are they going to go for jobs and so forth? Some of these people are working on their retirement, okay? And you can just sit up and just take that all away from them. Fine. That puts me to your baddest approval rating yet. As a whole, Cecil Rambo. But wait. In the world of politics, we understand that approval ratings can dip if you are a jerk. Okay? Of course. Now, it leads to happens to be the biggest jerk walking right about now, next to El Chateau Borro. But in light of that, we see our intrepid leader, okay, about 1,500 adults worldwide. How come I wasn't bold? How come? Because I'm not on the census. Okay. The latest numbers came in as the U.S. House Republicans worked on charges to the health care bill that would repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act, better known as Obamacare. Trump has been wooing lawmakers to vote for the bill. He won the backing of a dozen conservative lawmakers on Friday after an Oval Office meeting in which, well, incredible leader endorsed a requirement and blocked grant option for Medicaid. Americans also anticipate that Cheeseburger's administration rolling out a major overhaul of the United States tax code, one of the hallmarks of his intrepid campaign. White House spokesman Sean Spicer has told Iron Sunday Independent newspaper that the administration may not begin tax reform until late spring or summer. Though many don't expect to see the tax reform until next year. So those taxes on soda fountain drinks in all those cities where people are getting fat and getting diabetes, yes, there's going to be a tax on fat. Watch. Cheeseburger also has been criticized for handling his allegations of Russian ties and rhetoric surrounding global warming. Okay. When the tornado alley has more than like 50 tornadoes in 1 month, don't say it's global warming. When there is a seduction plate happening somewhere in the Ring of Fire and there's a large tsunami, don't blame global warming. When the winters come earlier in the fall and last all the way until mid-spring, don't blame global warming. When people are starving around the world because of some sort of idiot's joke to make profits over people, stripping the land and the resources and so forth into nothing, and therefore coming up with what we have today, and you start with minerals, resources, and then you make things like this, and the animals start dying, do not blame global warming. FBI Director James Comey is set to testify Monday, today, on Cheeseburger's claims that former President Barack Obama wiretapped his tower. Well, first of all, you dirty rotten scoundrel, let's get this straight. First of all, homeboy, Obama called you a clown. But seeing that, let's see what kind of effects his clown has had over recent discrepancies that have now come under fire. Okay? So, let's see. Well, let's see. Okay. Well, here's what we say about his policies concerning immigration. All right? Now, considering that, he wants, rapid deportations and everything else and so forth, he's really making a stasis for bad people. And not only that, but having a travel ban, stopping bad people, getting rid of all those who don't look like Americans. So what does American look like? It looks like a Native Indian to me. The problem his last name is not Amerigo's Vespucci, but who's counting? Friends like y'all, who needs enemies? Kids on a winning robotics team told, quote unquote, winning robotics team told to go back to Mexico. Now, I, for one, as a kid, used to hear, go back to Africa. I'm like, where's my ticket? Where's my ticket? Because obviously, I don't like living around racist jackasses like y'all. But here it was on Sunday today, about a day ago, Indianapolis. Today should have been one of glory and celebration for 5 fourth graders. School. For the most part, the robotics world is kind of a quote-unquote white world, white world, white world, white world. Said Lisa Harper, the team's coach and Pleasantville second grade teacher. They're just not used to seeing a team like our kids. And they see us and they think we're not going to be competition. Then we're in first place the whole day and they can't take it. Nearly 35 schools competed in the February 2nd Robotics Challenge. High school was the host, but the participating elementary school teams came from more than 20 communities in and around Indianapolis. Your Colts. Why Brian Luck sucks at this moment. Hopper said her team and parents were unable to identify the competing students and their parents who made the comments. Plainfield officials condemned her for comments. The district spokeswoman did not know about the incident until she was contacted, but said in a letter would be sent to every participating school to reiterate district policies. Quote, "We do not condone that behavior. We do not tolerate it in our schools," said Sabrina Cap, director of the communications for Plainfield Community School Corp. "We talk a lot about community values here, and that is simply not something that anybody associating Plainfield schools would put up with." But hello there! You were right in the middle of Cheeseburger's rhetoric, and you went Republican and you voted that way, and this is what you did not expect? Yes! On Wednesday, Superintendent Scott Ollinger of Plainfield Community Schools released a statement. The statement, quote unquote, "Community School Corps does not condone or tolerate language or behaviors that degrade others." Had our organizing team been made aware of alleged behaviors by unknown adults on February 2nd, it goes on to say, I'll call him cheesecake for the most part. I'll call him cracker straight up to his face. I don't care. Right? That's because he is. Straight up. Now I have white friends and so forth. I have trailer trash friends who act better than this. Okay? For real. You mean to tell me we are afraid of a little diversity? You're afraid of a little cream in your cup? Huh? Well, let me tell you about miscegenation there, buddy, and then you figure it out. Suppose that would have been go back to Poland, go back to England, go back to this place, go back to you keep going sending people back, there won't be anybody here. Okay? So get off of it, man. You as parents should know and teach your children better than that to respect others, regardless of race or color or creed. Okay? And if you are approached and your personal space is violated, then you got the right to say something. Other than that, shut up! God! It's a totalitarian bunch of assholes up in Indianapolis, huh? Well, fine. I hope the Colts never win a Super Bowl for the next 5 years. Or come close to it anyway. Much money as they forked over. Peyton Manning, thanks for screwing them, bud. In Huntington Beach, another poor example of why Cheeseburger's popularity sucks. Okay? And needless to say, this is based on his policies of immigrants, his rhetoric of sending people back and not letting people in. From the Los Angeles Times, Brenda Carrillo wasn't sure she heard the waiter right. She and a friend had just been seated and were waiting for two others on the outdoor patio of St. Mark, very upscale eatery in Huntington Park, when he posed the question. Whoa, and this is what the waiter said. "Can I see proof of residency?" Boom! Oh. Okay, now we have a reason to believe that Cheeseburger and Russia was wiretapping each other, and therefore they picked up a little bit of the communist Russian rule of "where is your paper?" A friend repeated the question in disbelief. Carrillo recalled, and the waiter replied, "I need to make sure you're from before where you're here. I need to make sure you're from here before I serve you." Oh! Huntington Beach, huh? Huntington Beach. That's like close to Orange County, ain't it? Dondo Beach, something like that. So you need to see proof of residency. You have to make sure that they're here before they're served. I'm like, you know something? If I was shorty, I would have if I had a bag right next to it, I would have you know something? This is a bomb. Allah Akbar, motherfucker. That would have been it. Alright? Then he would have been looking like an ass. Alright? The two women sat in stunned silence. It's kind of hard to process because we've never experienced this. Carrillo, 23, who lives in Santa Ana and works for an organization that provides social services to families in youth. Moments later, Carrillo's sister Diana and another friend joined them and were asked the same question. The four women spoke to the manager, who apologized and offered to reseat them, but they declined and left. Thank God. That was classic. That was in taste. Bravo, ladies. Bravo. That's right. At first, the friends thought the waiter might be joking. Quote, but he didn't have a smile, said Diana Carrello, 24, who works for a mortgage broker company. There was no indication that he was trying to make a joke or even possibly flirt with us. Diana Carrello said the encounter left all of them shaken. I've never felt so judged in my life. It sent chills through my entire body. Oh, baby, you got judged. You got judged by a non-participant. And this type of behavior will not be tolerated. Saving face. Mr. Manager. Whoa, what's this came in here? FBI director. Oh, whatever. Anyway. Kent Bearden, senior director of operations for St. Mark, said the restaurant had never encountered similar problems with the waiter, who he said was not a new hire. Starving. When Diana Carrello told her mother about the incident, she said, my mom lost it. I was angry. I was sad. Guillermina Carrillo said by phone Saturday, it's unacceptable. It's something that shouldn't have happened, not anywhere, not to nobody. Welcome to America, Grandma! You think I've been carrying this thing for like 50 some odd years just to hear you get all twisted up in a knot because your daughter just basically been called out of her color? You know something? Let me explain something to y'all real quick, okay? Madam Carrillo, all right? You got idiots out here, mostly male idiots, who use the N-word and they're from Spanish descent. That to me is the most ridiculous blasphemy I've ever seen in my life as far as social skills are concerned, okay? Sorry, I don't wear slave chains I don't wear stereotypical slave chains like everybody else. Okay, so therefore I hold myself to a higher standard. When I hear these words and so forth, when I hear instances of this kind of racism, it makes me think that maybe mankind is still an infant in its own reason. Which needs to say, Carrillo, 52, came from the United States from Mexico more than 30 years ago. She had been a citizen for nearly 2 decades, juggling 2 jobs while raising 4 daughters alone. Where was the man? Oh, that's right. He was at the local cantina going, hey, el baracho. She works as a security guard at the Sigerstrom Center for the Arts, where she's been employed for more than 20 years and has a second job pressing clothing at a manufacturer for an upscale women's clothing brand. She says she works more than 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. I raised my kids and taught them how to work, how to be a good person. I've been working hard all these years, the elder Carrillo said, before choking up and excusing herself. Brenda describes herself and her sisters as light-skinned Latinas, the ones who run away from the dark ones down in Mexico. And who knows, they don't encounter as much racism as others in their community. For it to happen to us, it was kind of an eye-opener, she said. It makes me think, when I go to the store, do people think less of me? Well, let me tell you, honey. Okay, it doesn't matter no matter where I go and so forth. As long as I'm wearing these, I got diplomatic immunity. I can walk in any store I please, say whatever the hell I want. Okay, regardless. Somebody basically wants to call me out of my name or call me out of my color and so forth. Go right ahead. I'm just going to look at you and let it roll down my back because it doesn't affect me. How you look at these words and how you look at these meanings and so forth should be a mark of your character in strength, not in weakness. Okay? So she says she isn't so worried about herself or her sister who were born and raised in California. I'm more afraid of others in my community, people who are immigrants. And if there were to happen to them, I'm sure they would be too afraid to speak out for themselves because ICE would be around the corner. La migra, run, my people, run. Meanwhile, Bearden of St. Mark said the restaurant offered to host Brenda Carrillo and her friends as VIP guests this weekend to donate 10% of weekend sales to a nonprofit of their choice. Wow. I need to be gone. I need to do that so I can get 10% of the profit. The friends declined, but asked that the restaurant donate the share of proceeds to the Orange County Immigrant Youth United, a Santa Ana-based organization that advocates for immigrants living in this country illegally. Booyah, ladies! There you go. Class act number 2. Bearden said the restaurant will honor the women's request and added that the apology posts were deleted because the circumstances have moved on and been resolved internally. In other words, they got rid of the racist, fascist bastard. But Brenda and Diana Carrillo say they're disappointed that the restaurant scrubbed the apologies from their social media accounts. To us, that makes us feel like they weren't really sorry. You need that in writing, honey. Whenever they post this stuff, get a front page clicker. Click the front, click the page that you're on, copy it, make copies, and then post them back up on social media. That's how it's done. See, you guys are like, because you're light-skinned and Mexican, I don't think you guys can really think that far. But the problem is that you guys weren't tech savvy. Okay? You laugh at guys like me, skinny little guys like me and so forth that are tech savvy and brainy and everything like that, right? Okay? Because you're so fixated to the machismo, the guy with the 10-pack and the brain full of rocks. Okay? You could be your next door neighbor murdered. Believe me, I sat up, man. Trust me, I sat up for I guess unmitigated like almost 20 hours of what the hell was that damn thing? Fatal Attraction. That crap where black people just sitting up there killing black people. I mean, good grief, that makes no sense. But in the majority of all that whole series is on YouTube from 2015 to 2017. And when I'm watching this, I'm watching the same systemic stereotype happen over and over and over. Here are these women who go out with these jocks, okay? And these jocks winding up, muscle-bound idiots wind up getting, the church thing was pretty creepy. But, it goes to show you there's a lot of missing white woman syndrome going on. Anyway. The halfway point, people. We are near the halfway point, and keep forgetting these things and whatnot. You're here, Ktng 860 AM. Grant training classes. I'm gonna leave all this paperwork here. This is Guy's solution. You know what? I think I may have left, and I say this emphatically. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, I got something here. I think I did. Yep. Yeah, let's see. That's gone. And this is gone. Or is it? Yep. It is gone. I only got one left. Oh, man. This sucks, dude. What am I going to do? Meanwhile, another federal thing is basically calling for a lot of diversity. And that is where Jeff Sessions, Cheeseburger's main boy of ploy, or the patsy coming. And I'm saying this, I'm calling him now, Jeff Sessions is a patsy. Yeah, he's a patsy. He's about to become one. New York Times, there you go, marijuana industry presses ahead in California's wine country because the land is a little bit more fertile. How's this one for, diversifying the cultivation? I could have been busted for cultivation years ago, but they didn't bust me because I grew mine in the window. And there's no law that says you can grow one plant. Well, you should have seen the plants I dropped out. See what happened when I dropped seeds out of the window. And the plants were growing right in the front yard. And I didn't even know for like 3 months. Oh man, I was like, what is this? Oh, hey! Yeah! Toasty. In the heart of Santa Rosa, California, in the heart of Northern California's wine country, a civil engineer turned marijuana entrepreneur is adding a new dimension in the art of matching fine wines with gourmet food, cannabis, and wine pairing dinners. Wow. Sam Edwards, co-founder of the Sonoma Cannabis Company, charges dinners $100 to $150 for a meal that experiments with everything from marijuana leaf pesto sauce to sniffs of cannabis flowers paired with sips of crisp Russian River Chardonnay. Now, this may sound like a little bit odd and so forth, but think about it, people. Weed dinner, weed wine, okay? Think about it. It accentuates the intensity of your palate. Mr. Edwards said of the dinners, one of which he held recently at a winery with sweeping views of the Simona vineyards. We're seeing what works and what flavors are coming out. Now, the only reason why I'm reading this particular story is to let you know that there are more practical uses for marijuana, even in this industry. When it's recreational marijuana, people underneath the bus, okay? I'm talking about the regular average Joe here, are gonna basically buy the weed, smoke the weed, sell the weed. Amongst their friends, and so they make a little chips and they get more weed, blah, blah, blah. They're not into the creative portions of it. Weed brownies is about as far as they'll go. Anything else with weed in it and everything, they're like, I don't know about that. Yeah, that's the reason why you guys are afraid to try new things. Guarantee you this. When this is said and done, federal funds will be stripped away from California because of marijuana. And poor little hub cities like Compton, who depend a lot on donations from the federal government, are going to start charging ridiculous prices for everything. For real. All because these jackasses didn't want any cultivation going on. They didn't want any jobs. They didn't want to put together a $2.4 million contract that would have had this city working for the benefit of all. It would have advanced the culture of marijuana in this city tenfold. With cultivation, with cooking, with all kinds of food, with all kinds of drugs, all kinds of this, that, and everything else to help people. Okay, not just recreational. I'm gonna sit outside, smoke my blunt, and be acting a fool, looking like a damn porch monkey. You can do that at home. All right, that's what that's for. Why sit there hanging out all damn day unless you're homeless, or unless the shelter basically says you guys got to get out for a couple of hours and then come back. That's what it's. It's kind of bad, man, because there's nothing to do when you sit in the shelter except for reading books, right? Oh my God, that's right. It literally hurts. Oh. Yes, good morning, Maria. Maria's here. Yay! Good morning. It's not so bad today. Not so bad today. Today, we have lunch. Yes, we have lunch today. Well, as soon as I go out and get it. No, we will have lunch today. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Okay, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Maria Villarreal, spokesperson for the Latino Chamber of Commerce. Cracks me up. Love her to death, though. She's great. She's a great lady. Great lady. Okay, so in a sense here, medical marijuana, which has been legal for medicinal purposes in California for 2 decades, can now be ordered online for home delivery in the state's largest cities. Former mayor of Oakland, Jean Quan, recently applied to open a marijuana dispensary in San Francisco. The industry is already immense. ArcView, a company which conducts cannabis research, estimates the California market alone is worth $7 billion. We don't have anything like that in Compton because we were stupid enough to vote it off. $7 billion. That's B-illion. Stupid. America's divided views on cannabis have produced a strange and uneasy stalemate where recreational use is legal in 8 states, including those along the West Coast. At the same time, state governments are watching closely for hints on what Cheeseburger's administration plans to do. Okay? This is sickening. Okay, where did he go? Pointer! Never mind. That's what I love about touchscreen. In the past, federal authorities have destroyed fields and prosecuted growers. Federal law still calls for a minimal prison sentence of 5 years for growing up to 100 marijuana plants, although under the Obama administration, the law was enforced only in cases involving violence or gangs, which it should be planned. March 23rd at the Palladium. Go. It's a hidden concert. Just go. Anyway. Some are skeptical that the Cheeseburger administration has a wherewithal to carry out a widespread crackdown on such a huge industry in America's most prosperous states. He wants to send everybody back to Stone Age. Good luck. The people will basically voice their opinions, and I'm telling you from background experience here, people will voice their opinions. They will scream bloody murder. No one will lobby, across the board. Judges will rule out, why are you doing this to the state when we're making so much money? You want to take the money away from us and give it to what? The military? Wow. You want to sell our children into the military, into the government as well? Wow. Forget about state rules, government rule all the way around. So why did people vote for a dictatorship is beyond me. Maybe there's frustration. Maybe there is racial frustration. Maybe there's frustration at the fact that, there are cultures out there that are winning in the face of adversity. And if that's the case, then seem to look a little bit more stronger than anything else. Now, dude, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? But I do have a bit of good news here. Something that, isn't ideal, because I live around the area and so forth. And needless to say, Cheeseburger, again, with his political rhetoric, this is going to cut down on food stamps, welfare, and GR, and all that good stuff. And then you have to wonder, if he does so, it's going to displace at least about thousands, tens of thousands of Californians right here. The homeless population will explode exponentially to about a good 68%. That's coming. It's already at 30% now. It doesn't take much to push it over the edge. And once it becomes saturated, then what, Governor Brown? Okay? Then what? Okay, well, how about this for an idea? Portland pilot program puts homeless in residents' backyards. Now, imagine, if you will, old Beverly Hills, that you have Ned the Wino living in your backyard. Next to Shamrock Shally, who has about 15 cats and 35 dirty-looking Gucci bags in a shopping cart. And she's living next to Oddball Bob, who basically is wandering around with a wandering eye, a peg leg, and abscess all over his back. Yeah. Oh, these are throwaways that society says they deem not salvageable. Okay? Remember, humanity is at a point of disposability with itself. Like a self-feeding amoeba. We seek to kill the things we love, and we love to kill the things that we hate. I don't know how that makes sense, but I don't know. Maybe it's because we are all walking around with some sort of burden. But the burdens can only be as heavy or as light as you make them up to be. So, choose wisely, my friend. Choose wisely. That's why they are called now or laters in the candy shop. You eat them now or you eat them later. Faced with Associated Press, Portland, Oregon, faced with an intractable homeless problem, officials in Portland are thinking inside the box. Ooh, okay, so somebody stopped smoking weed for a moment and just started thinking. A handful of homeless families will soon arrive and move into a tiny government-constructed modular unit in the backyards of willing homeowners. Under the pilot program taking effect this summer, the homeowners will take over the heated, fully plumbed, tiny houses and find rental income. Wow! See how people make money and they help with the homeless at the same time, killing two birds with one stone? Yes. Put a homeless person in your backyard, give them a pup tent and a can of beans and a little pot of fire just to cook them. Right? Be fine, straight, no problem. And make sure he has his own outhouse and cleans up his own bathroom. That sort of thing. And if he needs to use the shower, get an elephant. Portland has affordable rental shortage of, say, 24,000 units, and nearly 4,000 people sleep on the streets, in a shelter or in transitional housing each night. Residents just passed a $60 million housing bond, but it will be about 2 years before those units are ready, says Mary Lee, director of Multnomah County's New Ideal Lab, which developed the concept. The first phase is very small, likely just 4 families, with hopes to expand significantly if it works out or regroup if there's problems. We said to ourselves, what does FEMA do when they have to house 10,000 people after an earthquake? Well, they grab a bunch of trailers and they plop them on the field, she says. Well, there's underutilized space in people's backyards. What if we provide a lower cost but very habitable option in people's backyards? Oh my God! Can you imagine that, Compton? If you house a homeless person in your backyard and charge them rent. Wow. That means you can have an extra cable box in your house. King! But housing officials, about 200 homeowners signed up to learn more about Multnomah's County project. Was first made public this week by the city's alternative weekly newspaper, The Power of Independent Press. Yes. Becca and Kelly Love were some of the first to express interest. Becca, a social worker, and Kelly, a counselor, see the impacts of sky-high rents firsthand in their jobs working with low-income students at Portland Community College. They live in North Portland, an area struggling with homelessness. Just because you don't have housing, it doesn't make you a bad person or more likely to be a bad tenant. In fact, you'd be a better tenant because you'd appreciate it, said Becca Love. We've been trying to think of a way to help out in our community because we do have privileges, but we didn't know what to do or what to do with it. Housing officials are still ironing out many details, but they will buy the first 4 modular units with $365,000 in government money and a charitable donation. 200 square foot units are under consideration, will be large enough to house an adult and 1 or possibly 2 children. Oh, we got visitors. Chamber's active. The chamber's active. But anyway, yes. Good morning. Good morning. I'll be with you in a second. Anyway. All families will be screened, and the homeowner and the tenants will sign a lease that spells out what behaviors won't be tolerated. Okay? And let's see. All families will be screened, and homeowner and tenants will sign a lease that spells out what behaviors will be tolerated. The families will receive social services that the county already provides to all homeless families they house, he said. And they'll pay 30% of the rent themselves. So it's low-income housing. These are like run-off little buildings they're building in the back of people's homes, which says a lot in in the biblical sense of like taking care of your brothers and sisters. Everybody take care of each other. Isn't that what God wanted? I believe so. I mean, that's what He planned it anyway. Everybody love one another. Everybody get along. This particular way says it brings humanity right there in the smack of those who are privileged. Unfortunately, here, since we live in the most narcissistic state of all time, which is California, a lot of positive things can happen if we just present those positive things out there to the regular people who need them. Okay? The new mayor, Ted Wheeler, said he wants to move away from the unplanned tent villages that sprung up under his predecessors, often in gentrifying neighborhoods, and focus on planned communities of small, more permanent dwellings until the city can build more apartments. The pilot project in the city's Ktng neighborhood, for example, will place 14 homeless women in portable sleeping pods, 8 by 12 foot units, with a space for a bed and some storage. The pod village was recently approved by the neighborhood association. So, let's see what these things look like. Are they like little storage, like the things that you find at Home Depot? But if you can actually now, if you're homeless and you have habits and your habits cause you to act stupid, you will not have this. That's pretty much what they're saying. All together. Who is this and why? Okay, let's hang his phone up because this is annoying. There. Now, a pilot project in the city's Ktng neighborhood, for example, will place 14 homeless women on portable sleeping pods, 8 by 12 foot space for a bed and some storage. The pod village was recently approved by a neighborhood association. The city has added 600 shelter beds recently for a total of 1,200 year-round beds, but that isn't enough. Up to 200 people sleep each night in a shelter reserved for families with children, said Mark Jolin, director of the city and county's joint offices of homeless services. This project is very important as the work we are doing on shelters because we have so far many families with children living in our shelters. We want to move them to permanent housing as quickly as possible. This doesn't sound like a very bad band-aid, but it helps in 2 folds. 1, you get a family off the streets. 2, that family now can have something to work with, to work from, a springboard, a foundation, such as a modular home, which is very, very cool. Very, very cool. I like the idea of a progressive state. I love a progressive notion where people are actually helping. Okay, and if you have a service heart, you understand. Americans against Americans. He's created a civil war chaos. Okay? People should not be fighting against each other if they get this, that, and everything else. We should not be fighting for the crumbs at the bottom of the barrel. But because of cultural instances like that, we find ourselves putting ourselves on top of each other over and over and over. So, Portland, Oregon, you get my props for solving a problem that many of the big cities have yet to have some sort of idea of thinking inside the box, let alone thinking outside the box. But since we're like pissing away $267 million, well, actually $2 million since we're pissing away $2 million and helping the homeless, Governor Brown. I hope you take notice that there's plenty of land out there to help homeless people. There's plenty of places to put people at as well. So, Bill Garcetti, what about you? Are you gonna do the same thing? Are you gonna like find some place to put these guys at, or are you just gonna sit there and just like, you know, allow Skid Row to earn his reputation? All right. Okay. Oh, looks like we got some fuselage things going on here. Okay. So I got this one thing here, which is coming up this Thursday. VTech is hiring at the Bob Hope Patriot Hall, 1816 South Figueroa Street, Los Angeles, California 90015. And this is a hiring fair. I mean, this is the only thing I got to read today, so I'm sorry. I'll get some more notices for next week anyway. But it's like mostly like, tech jobs, quality assurance, network specialist, electrician, help desk, network, field tech, desktop support, senior support tech, cybersecurity, and more to be determined. But there's a lot of contracting jobs in this as well, as far as working with some of the top electronic agencies in the country. So if anything, if you need more information, contact Maggie Butler at 213-223-8376. That's 213-223-8376, or RSVP at Eventbrite, VTech, VETECH Career Fair. Just put that on in there, and this basically helps not only for vets, but as well as for regular human beings like me and myself. All right, I guess that's pretty much it. All righty, now for the fun part. Let's say hello and good morning to all of those that are sitting on Facebook Messenger. Let's see if we go do the morning shot ups as they would come out around the house. We want to do say things to the people who showed up this morning. Hamling in England, good morning. My man in Liverpool, hold up, I forgot his name and everything, but I know he's listening. My people in Tajikistan, good morning. Jaquan in Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, good morning. Good morning to a D Black Line, good morning, sire. Thanks for the friend request. And let's see, all the new people that I got friend requests on and so forth, joining the conversation if you dare. If not, that's okay. You can always like listen to the repeat. So I'm gonna put these repeats in the earlier morning, like pretty much like right before the Ooh Honey Hush Hour. Okay, so it's right after a documentary, get some music, and then like somewhere around like maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. No, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on. That's what. So expect this one to be on later on that morning. But oh well. Hey, good morning Tuesday. Woo! Anyway, also Lisa Artando, good morning. Rania Rivera. Lord, your people. I mean, I swear, it's been that kind of a crazy weekend. Benzema. Morning. Let's see. My people in Guatemala. My people in San Salvador. Good morning. I saw your live stream. It was just terrible. And let's see who else we got here. Okay. Achilles, Father Chuck Berry, who passed away this weekend, for the generation upon generation upon generation, and also being known as the true king of rock and roll. That Elvis dude, I'm sorry, that was made up, okay? And needless to say, everybody knows that Elvis got his first record from a black woman. That's right. Big Mama Thornton. I'm going to put some of her music on today, and I'll show you the difference between what is good and what is hard. No, music is good. It's just the ears that tell you what you're supposed to